Hi, my name's Sammy. I wanted to make another video touching on some things that have been kind of recurring over the last couple of weeks since I made my last video. First, I wanted to touch on reparenting. So, with reparenting, that's kind of your present, wise adult self who has the knowledge and experience. That's your way of comforting your inner child who feels fear or anxiety or, has this kind of inner turmoil feeling that drives your behaviors unconsciously. So, even myself, who has worked on awareness over the last 3 years, I still struggle with my inner child sometimes. Even just this week, I had a conversation with my therapist about how children in general are kind of stubborn. They, up until about age 8, are very egocentric and believe that the world kind of revolves around them, and their beliefs are solid, they're concrete. They don't have any reason to believe otherwise. They kind of trust everything they see as true, and when you grow up living in a childhood that has chronic trauma, experiences where your authentic reality is kind of denied by your caretakers, or you are dismissed, or you're not feeling seen or heard by your caretaker. Basically, your core needs aren't met, and you're not really shown how to cope with life. You're not given the proper tools because ultimately your caretakers don't have them, or maybe they just have their own stuff going on. They can't or couldn't create that space for you as a child to hear your needs, to accommodate your needs, and give you the tools that are necessary to help navigate them. With inner child work now as an adult, dealing with that inner child who is having these concrete thoughts and is stubborn and doesn't work well with accepting new things. Sometimes it can take, time and time and time again for you to work on comforting your inner child or teaching your inner child something new, or explaining to them that they are valuable, that they are loved, that they are worthy of love, that they deserve respect, all of these things. And even for me, when I do hypnotherapy sessions, I struggle to believe my worth, and I struggle to believe that I am loved and I am safe and all of these other things. And it's not always like that. Sometimes I believe it a little bit more, but the way my therapist described it was, with children being concrete in their thoughts and being stubborn to change, they also, take time to build trust in relationships. And so ultimately, that's what you're doing with your inner child. You, as your adult self, you have to allow your inner child to trust yourself by constantly reminding yourself these same things. And over time, eventually, you'll build enough trust in yourself that you'll start to believe them, you'll start to live them, and they'll start to become second nature. Another thing I thought was really beneficial that I've learned that has helped me is kind of keeping a routine of self-care. So that could be something as simple as making sure you brush your teeth twice a day. Just random things like that, like not making my bed, or little things, little tiny things that can make a larger impact ultimately. If you can start incorporating them in your day and start doing them every day, it's one little thing that builds trust, and it's a way for you to kind of show up for yourself. So for me, those things are brushing my teeth twice a day, wearing my retainer every night, making sure I get about 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, making sure I drink enough water throughout the day. All of these sort of things that you can do to help build trust will ultimately help your mental health journey too. Of course, it's not necessary, but that's what I've learned helps me. Talking to my therapist, I've learned that you can kind of dive deeper into your body and maybe figure out where your inner child lives. My therapist told me that hers lives tucked in her rib cage, by her heart, really hard to explain, but basically somewhere inside. She tries to make it a habit daily or every other day to visit her inner child, and in her mind she knows, she can picture what that looks like. She said it's in the woods, and she has a bench that she sits on. She has a horse that's nearby, and she goes to visit her inner child, and she asks her what she needs or how she's feeling, and what she can do to help take care of her. And also asks her if she needs to play, and plays with her, or if she needs a hug, she gives her a hug. Whatever it is, she helps accommodate whatever her inner child's needs are. And then at some point she tells her that she will be leaving and she will see her another time, and then she ends that sort of session. So that's something that can happen in a meditative state, like, just closing your eyes and breathing deeply and just going right into your subconscious. So that's something that I know that I will be working on. Inner child work is something I think I always am working on. I always, even at work, sometimes when I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed or triggered by something, I just try and tell myself I am safe, no one can hurt me. So it's kind of like stating these affirmations to myself that give myself the comfort and the compassion that I need at that time. And instead of looking at those thoughts or those feelings harshly and criticizing them, I try to approach them with love. I try to find what need is attached to that thought or feeling, and then I try to satisfy that need. Hopefully that's something that could help anyone who's watching this video out. If you struggle with inner child work, it is hard. I will be the first to say that, and it's something that takes time. But for me, therapy is not just a once every 2 week thing like my sessions with my therapist. It's a daily thing. I commit to it every single day. There's always something that comes up, and there's always something that I can work on. So I wish everyone the best of luck in their journey, and until next time, I'll see you later.